Yall day 4 of my training month. Today we're going to do 2 master copies, but I'm going to put my character or some character from Toilet Paper Trash inside whatever copy I'm doing. And we'll see how it works. Let's do it. Alright, so I got an assortment of things here. So for the first master copy, I want to just put my character Adam. Where is this? So this is Adam. This is Adam. He's from Toilet Paper Trash. He's one of the main characters. I'm going to insert him into one of these panels. I marked him with these orange right here. So I thought this was cool. But I think there was one before that I liked more. Okay, so this was a cover by Jorge Corona. But I liked it, and I could put Adam here and have his stuff come up. And I'm trying to insert my character, but incorporate their styling, so it's like a merge of a master copy, but somehow making it almost my own. You know, it's all for study, so it's not for anything super serious, but I thought it was interesting, and I like this whole page. Any of these I could do, but I'm torn. Okay, so actually, there's a panel here in this Hellboy. Actually, this is from the same issue, and I did this, and I like this one here. Because at some point, Adam, he gets this key, and he needs to go to this rundown building in the lower city. And it's going to kind of be something like this. It's going to look majorly different, but I like this idea. Or we'll add one more in this book. Well, I kept them all marked that way. You know, whatever I choose today, I can do it again tomorrow. I like this one also. Actually, I think I might do this one. I'll remove the Fawn Girl. But this could be, there's going to be a lot of like no longer in use war machines, like giant robots and shit. And maybe this is one, and he's hopping over, and I don't know, maybe it's Luca chilling there. Luca is, I'd have to dig for some art on him, but he is my toilet paper mutant, and he's one of the good ones. Him and Adam become friends. I think I'm gonna do this one. I've sold myself because I like this smoke coming in. This could be, maybe this is on the, yeah, I got this. Alright, so that's one. And the other master copy is going to be with lettering, but also still inserting my character into it, which made it a little bit more challenging because I was looking through this one, and you guys know if you watched video 3, I already did a master copy of what, this one right here. So they're saying what right here? I think I could do that. It's somewhat interesting. I also got this Jenica the Fifth Turtle. There's kind of like a compilation of a lot of different comics that Jenica has popped up in. But I like this slash, because Adam has a sword. At some point he's going to be slicing people up, so it could be good to play around with that. All this. I thought just the way they did the splash was interesting. It felt like water. I thought it was pretty cool. So I have one more marked. Oh, this punch. I like this punch. Let's see, do I have any more? See, this is Black Science, what, volume 6. I really like this volume because they turn into superheroes a little bit. Oh, I like this panel, but I thought I could bring that swoosh in. because Mateo, he doesn't really draw the sound effects, so whoever the letterer was, Russ Wooten, yeah, Russ Wooten, he just kind of put it there. But I'm trying to understand how to incorporate lettering into the art. I think that is majestic when you can do that. So I'm thinking I could swoosh this around. Yeah, because at some point when Adam gets, well, I don't know if I want to go into that, but basically he gets a power that is a good and a bad power. And when the bad things happen, he kind of turns into kind of like a bad mode. Yeah, he gets like corrupted basically. So I kind of like this, because this will give me an idea on how to draw that scene when it does come up. But I want to swoosh this lettering in there. So that, yeah, okay. So I have all these for later. Oh yeah, there's this Chainsaw Man I did. Like this slash right here. But I want to do these two. All right, I gotta start working. So which one to do first? Probably do this one. Alright, so this is my, I don't know what to call it, copy. Like, it's a master copy, right, but with my own characters. I mainly wanted to do this to try to understand how to change things to fit my own kind of vibe, and I guess it makes you put a little bit more thought into the copy, which is kind of what I wanted, because I noticed myself kind of just tuning out while I was copying, right, doing the master copy. So yesterday I was like, let's try this, and it works. I guess it lets you explore your own character while you're not having to think of everything. But some things have to change in order to make your characters kind of work in the scene, you know. It's each comic, it's all, each comic, every panel is serving that story, right? So taking that and putting your own characters into it, you have to kind of come up with your own little story to do. Alright, so I had Luca, he's got an angel trapped inside of him, and he's kind of channeling that angelic energy right now. And Adam is rushing to try to stop him, because every time Luca does this, he loses kind of, he gets confused, because he starts remembering the angel's memories, and it's kind of like tapping into this source. It affects him each time. But okay, regardless of that, let's get back to the copy. The one thing I do like about this panel and why I chose it is you brought everybody in. You brought all these lines in for this action right here, right? And she's kind of the focal point of this, because the story is about her. She's a human, and she got turned into a fawn, a curse of a goddess, whatnot. And Hellboy just beat up the Cyclops. So she's there, and he just saved her. So that was the focal point. I like how she's literally in the palm of the hand of that Cyclops. and Hellboy doing this parkour. I thought that was cool. I figured Adam would do something like that, so that's why I chose this panel. All this smoke coming in, I wasn't able to capture it as well. And I would really like to see this panel without the text, to see what some of these lines under here are doing. Right, I can see them over here clearly, but I would like to see what some of these lines under here are doing. But I get why they hovered the lettering right there. Let's see, so the composition is one thing that struck me. And I guess you could say a couple other things, but mainly that was it. And it shows just the size of here, Cyclops, mine I turned into a robot. But it really shows the size, which is cool. Alright, so now that's that. Let's go to the next one. Alright y'all, so here is my complete master, whatever we're calling this, right? It's master copy, but adding my character into it. So I did this panel, and this one the intent was lettering, and the way they did this swoosh, whoosh here, I wanted to try to make it cooler. And I think it works. I think this will look dope, right? Like, imagine flipping the page, boom, and seeing that as one of the panels, right? In color, of course. I think it would look dope. It was a challenge getting this angle, and I still quite didn't get the same angle Matteo Scalera did. But I redrew it out like 3 or 4 times and really tried to get that angle. It's a very tough angle, man. Right, and it's a little hard to. It was a little hard to translate because since this is a lady, her boobies are kind of in the way. But I got pretty close, right? I feel like we're still kind of looking around at the same angle, right? Kind of slightly above. Probably could have turned them a little bit more. All right, so to review what we've done today, all right, it was 2 master copies, and one was just whatever panel I wanted. Right, I took this from the Night of the Cyclops from Hellboy. Olivier Vatine, not for sure how to say the last name. This one was interesting. Again, I like the composition. That was one of the main things that drew me to that panel, and it was pretty fun putting my characters in here and coming up with a little story. Right, I think to successfully do this, you do have to translate it a little bit into a story for your own characters. Alright, so that was 1 and 2. Ooh, on the flip, it is so cool. So it's from Black Science, Matteo Scalera. What issue? Well, it was volume 6, so whatever issue was in there. If you haven't read Black Science, do. Please, it is spectacular. But this one was really trying to grab that angle and seeing how my idea of doing the text for it works. And I like it. We are reading it backwards, right? Whoosh. So people are probably going to read it this way. So I don't know how effective that was, but it definitely adds visually to it, which I think is kind of my goal that I want with the master copies for the lettering, is to try to get the impact with the lettering, right? It's not necessarily about what the lettering is saying, right? What the effect is saying. I feel like it's more about the how it overall supports the panel, how it overall supports the composition, and I think this does a good job. It does make it a little bit clustered. I probably would have moved this O to where it's blocking that foot more to really show where it's coming kind of around and up. But it's a good sketch. It's a good start, right? It's good idea thinking. So that was day 4, and I think it was pretty successful. Why don't you all give this a try and tell me what you think? I think there was a benefit for me personally, but only time will tell, I guess. You know, you think you learned something in the moment, and then when it's time to perform, time to actually make some comics, then you realize, oh crap, I didn't actually learn that. So I don't know. We'll see. See y'all tomorrow.